We should be live now, right? Good. We're live. Hello guys, how you doing today? It's another beautiful day. Weekend was good and markets are open and we're about to make some money. I'm happy to be here once again. My name is Josh. Yeah, and it's a privilege to be in front of you, you know, to be on this side of the screen where I'm speaking and you are able to listen to me. But everyone has this kind of audience, and I'm humbled, I'm privileged, and I'm grateful to Jehovah for everything. All right, that's the source of my confidence. Yeah, absolutely. I have to put that in there. All right, so guys, how you guys doing today? I hope you had fun over the weekend. I hope you listen to some music. I hope you shook your body a bit. Right? It's always good to feel good about what you're doing, feel good about yourself, and about where you're going to. You know, I yesterday there was a point where I won't say I was feeling bad, all right, but I wasn't feeling the best, and then I just smiled anytime I caught myself not feeling very good. I just discovered that I was feeling far better after smiling. Like I'm like, okay, right? This is it's not really necessarily a nitpick. Of course, if I didn't know that, I would have tried it, you know. So I must have learned it in the past, you know. But then I've not really applied it as much recently. Yesterday I did it and it actually worked. Like I just smiled anytime I'm feeling not so great, and all of a sudden I'm feeling better, and I keep smiling more and more, laughing more and more. So you guys, that's something I want you to practice. All right, it works. It is incredible, absolutely incredible. Uh, one needs to take the initiative to take hold of his own life. If you allow your environment to control your life, to control what's happening to you, how you're feeling, my brother, my sister, it's not a nice thing to be. It's not a nice place to be. All right, you want to take charge, you want to take control. To an extent, you want to be able to determine what happens to you. You know, and not just leave it to not just leave it to fate and to luck and to things beyond your control. As a human being, we have too much power. We are blessed with too much to just float around aimlessly without any direction. I don't know. We are too blessed. We are too powerful to be in that position. So I would encourage you guys to always keep the initiative in your hands, right? Stay in control, you know, stay in control. Any information that will help you to get to where you want to get to, go for it and get it. It's very important. All right, so we're on the chat again, checking out the setups that we made on the previous episodes. So the last time we said the price will come up before going down, but as you can see, the price came up, but it did not get to our entry, and then it went in the direction. So that's a good analysis. The market went in the direction that we thought it would go to, just that it did not take us along the journey, along the ride. I'm okay with that. I'm actually quite fine with that. All right, so let's quickly see what else. Okay, this was an L. This was an L. So what happened? Oh, okay, so the price came in. Okay, I think we saw these. We've seen this before, right? So there's no need to talk much about that. We mentioned that yesterday. Which were already weight against us, or maybe we did not really analyze and see what happened. All right, so let's let's look out for an opportunity. Let's see if we can find ourselves an opportunity to make some money on the market today. And as we do that, of course, we also look out for opportunity to learn something, to learn and become better at this business. All right. So let's see. What do we have? Any opportunities? You guys know I love music channels, right? At this point, you must have seen these channels like over and over and over again, and it's basically what I do. Yeah, I love channels. Channels make life easy. You know, Yeah, and they work. That's the most important thing. They actually work. Yeah, it's not just about them looking good, but they actually work. Lots of currency pairs move in channels, you know, and if you can capture the channel, number one, you can trade within the channel, all right, and you can even trade outside the channel. That is when the market breaks the channel and picks its direction. And another thing is that based on the channel, based on the kind of channel it is in, you can predict the next move of the market after breaking out of it. Right? So that knowledge, that information puts you in a good place to take good decisions in the market. Right? So from what I'm seeing here, this is looking at this, we're looking at a scenario where a market will get to this upper level and reverse. That is what we're looking out for on this pair right now. And I'm going to set a pending order for that. All right. So what I'm looking at is just trying to identify a reasonable stop loss for that setup. Goodness. Oh well, it's up for the best at this point, as it has been for a while now. The network is not giving us doing us any favors on these sessions, so that's fine. We do what we gotta do regardless. Regardless, we make progress. Alright, so try to see. Let's see. Alright, so that's that. So we have to get this. That's broken this level. Next level will be this. Okay, so I'm going to use that as my stop loss. I'm gonna use this next level, which is here, which is this as my stop loss. Alright, good. So the stop loss, of course, the best one would have been this. So depending on how far away it is from, depending on how far away it is from my area. Alright, so good. So this, of course, this is the most ideal stop loss point. Alright, this is the most ideal. Well, okay, let's go back to our time frame and set our trade. So we're looking at the market doing something like this. From here, looking at it's this resistance and then drop back down to continue the channel. Right, so that's what we are looking at. That's what we are hoping is going to happen, but that is just one confluence. There's nothing else. There's nothing else giving me a confirmation for a move like this. All right, there's nothing else giving me the confirmation for a move like this. Okay, let me see. I'm seeing a trend. I'm seeing a trend. I'm seeing a trend. Let's see if it's a favorable trend. Okay. Not. Okay. This is a trend. Only you are there. I will never leave my side. I will never. Okay, so that trend did not really give me what I want, so I'm not going to dwell on it. But it's fine. It's fine. Uh, it's fine. So let's move on. Let's move on to what's going on here. All right. So let me set the trade. So we're going to have our entry at this point. Then our stop loss, as we said earlier, will go 30 pips. Okay. I think this is a reasonable stop loss to have. Yeah, this is a reasonable stop loss to have. It's 30 pips. All right, it's 30 pips, and for our take profits, I'm surely gonna just use this as my take profits. This aligns with this resistance and this support. So that's a reasonable target profit. All right, so this should be our setup for today. Yes, it's not the best setup. Like I said, it's just one confluence. I just have this. Actually, it's two confluence from what I can see here. I can see this trend line extension. All right, then I can also see this channel. So that's two confluences to inform of this movement, this price of this trade. All right, so let's see. Let's see. The most ideal stop loss would have been all the way here. That would be like double the. That would be like God kinds what I'm saying. Like it has dropped our risk reward ratio to just one, which is not bad, but um, I can have this what I have right now. So why will I go so far? And the stop loss pitch as well. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much for what I want. Because these things are relative. Depends on what you want. Your account size and things like that. What I want, my account size, at the account I'm currently trading. Uh, for the account I'm currently trading, that size is a bit on the high side. So I'll work with this. Okay, so that's our trade for today. Well, after the session, I'll try not to forget. I usually forget to take trades like this after the session, but today I'll absolutely try not to forget that. It's very important that I take the trades and I make some money for myself. As I hope you guys do the same. All right, that's the goal. That's the goal. Make some money. You know, make some money. Make some money. Make some money. All right, so that's that. Let's move on. I think that could be all we have for today in terms of setup. All right, now in terms of education, what we just saw now was a I call it of course it's a channel. All right, if you want to look at the exact name this channel is called, you know, for the name, I I would call it a I don't want I don't want to call it the wrong name, so I'll leave it at channel because initially I knew all these names, but I realized that they are all the same basically. It's just small differences. Some will expand, some will contract, some will go opposite the market direction, some will go towards the market direction. And that's what determines their different names, and it's just like, come on, what's the point? They all do the same thing. They all have similar principles. All right, they are similar principles. For example, they always move. Okay, they move. The breakout usually moves opposite the direction of the channel, and this channel pointing down. When it breaks out, it's most likely break out to the top. All right, it's gonna break out. It's most likely break out to the top. I mean, all I'll do is just wait for the breakout and then make some money by joining breakout, or wait for it to break out and then retest if I make my money. You know, but I know it's gonna break out to the top, and it that's a distance that it will get to as well. So all those things are things that I know, that are basically general things that are common to all channels like this. On rare occasions that they do otherwise, but most times they all do the same thing basically. That's why I stopped addressing them as the name they are called, and I can't really tell you the exact name of this particular channel right now. But yeah, the point is that if it's breakout, it's most likely going to break out to the upside. That is something like this. Breaks out to the top like this. Oh, what am I doing? That's not it. Okay, good. This is the path. The path to, so it breaks out to the top like this. comes back to the test, and then continues on the journey to the top. So that is basically the story of moves like this. This is literally all they do. Right? And then regarding how far it's going to go, it's gonna go as far as something like this, which is more or less close to, know, maybe more or less close, basically the same as the swing point. Now this channel is still quite short, so I feel it's immature. It's not ready to break out. I expect it to still play around a bit, in the channel before considering a breakout. Now that is just based on my experience, based on taking, you know, tons of tons of channels and analyzing tons of channel trades. This is still quite young, all right, so it may not break out now. That's one thing that gives me the confidence to set up this pending order. Of course, that is just probability. It's not confirmation. It's not cast in stone. Market will always do what it's gonna do. All right, market will always do what it's going to do. And the best traders are able to take advantage, are able to align themselves, are able to stay open-minded to adjust and be flexible enough to make some money for themselves, regardless of what happens in the market. All right, so that's that for now. If there's no trading, if there's no opportunity on this one, I'm gonna call it this period. We're going to call it a day for this episode. All right, I believe gotten some value all around. I believe we've gotten some value all around. Right, so thank you guys for joining this session. I'm really happy about what we're doing together because it's quite incredible for me. I'm sure you guys know the value I'm getting already. All right, the more I try to help you guys to learn these things, the better I get at it as well. And that's the goal, to become as good as possible, to the point where you can actually confidently, you know, make as much as you want to make. And our efforts also help others make as much as they want to make. So you guys are giving me the privilege, the opportunity to do that. And for this, I am grateful. Like I said, the market does the same thing basically. Look at this setup. Breaks it and then retest it. Now it will up again. It could go up, get to this point, and come. So a lot can happen, but you will see patterns, you will see conformities, you will see similarities, and based on that, you'll be able to determine how you want to take advantage. And you'll be able to take decisions based on what you've seen in the market. All right, so market has moved already. I wouldn't want to pick a direction of this particular play right now. Yes, it could come down. Yes, because this is an area, this is a powerful area that I marked already. The market could respond. Although if I see a good signal candle here, let's say a kangaroo candle, then I will consider the strength of that candle and enter based on that. If I see an engulfing candle, that will just give me like, okay, this is a potential possibility, potential trade. I will not enter, but I will look at it closely, more closely. Now, if it happens at this point where this trend line and this area meets, I'm gonna just take it. But in that spirit, I'm setting an alarm for this trend line such that when it makes contact with it, I'll get alerted, and based on that, I'll be able to make some money for myself on this trade. I could set I've actually set a pending order, but I don't want to do a pending order. I do not want to do a pending order for this trade. At least not right now. Not right now. Not right now. this trade can actually go my way. It has good support breaks it. Did this player know there's this person? So it came to clear the liquidity, came to clear the gap, the space. Now it's about to go down again. Just waiting for a final confirmation. Okay, I think I can take this trade. I'm seeing lots of good things on this trade. I'm seeing lots of good things on this trade. Okay, let me. My stop loss, the best stop loss for me would have been here, right? The only reason why I wouldn't put it here is the. Oh goodness, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the daily chart. Like a swing trader. I'm not a swing trader. When I said that stop loss, I'm like, okay, what's this? This stop loss pips. It does not look familiar. It didn't look familiar. Okay, let me go back to my. Alright, so we are back on what we are familiar with. So based on as you guys can see, as you guys can see. So expecting a an M formation. I would have actually loved it to touch this trend line, but it may not do that. So I will observe. Let's watch this trade. Let's watch it. We'll see what happens. If we see a good signal, then we'll go getting. It has a good room. It has very good potential. I expect something like this, right? Make contact with the trend line one way or the other, and then make some sweet money, some good money. All right, that's all we have for today. I hope you had fun. I did. I absolutely did. So, you guys, have fun. Like I always say, keep educating your hands. Stay aggressive and go after what you want. Go after what you want. Don't leave it to chance. Go after what you want.